Class, here's a quick introduction to the ALWD guide that we're going to be using throughout the semester. We're going to be using the seventh edition. If you have the sixth edition, there are some differences from last time to this time. Edition 7 is what we're going to be using for this class. So here on the screen, I have the copy of the digital copy. But most of you are going to be having the physical copy, and I'm going to show you a couple of neat little things about how to set up your book in a way that's going to be very easy for you to use. But during the lecture videos, I will be making reference to the computer screen. That way I can show you exactly what page you should be on in that particular book. So the seventh edition is kind of set up in a way that you are going to have different parts. So for example, if you look at your table of contents, you're going to see that everything is kind of broken down into parts. I do recommend going ahead and reading part 1, which is just a couple of pages long, and it gives you an introduction as to when citations should be used and how to use the book itself. The next couple of parts are different topics having to do with different sections of citations. We're going to get into that a little bit later on in the semester. But everything is broken down into different rules. Each rule covers a different topic of the citations. Like, for example, statutes, you're going to find those in Rule 14. While cases are going to be based in Rule 12. One thing I do want to point out is I'm going to show you some pictures in a little bit about how to tab your book. It's so much easier if you can tab all the different rules sections, because then that way you can quickly move and find that information that you need. But the table of contents is a great resource for you to use to quickly find things. I do also want to point out to you the back of the book has an appendix. The appendix will be your best friend along with the index. So when you're looking to find things, you definitely want to be looking at the table of contents. You want to be looking at the index. And when you're looking for abbreviations or certain important information, you're going to find that here in the appendix. But for right now, I just need you to kind of familiarize yourself with the book, kind of take a peek around, and then set up your tabs. So let me stop sharing the screen, and I'm going to show you an example of what I'm talking about. So here's a picture of what your book is going to look like. This is an older edition. This was the 5th edition. Now we're into the 7th. But you see these tabs here on the top. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about tabbing. So let me show you a different picture a little bit closer up. And I've got these pictures in the module so you can kind of use these as an example. Here I have my tab set up where I've got the rule number, which is the R4, R5, and then I have just a quick description of what can be found in that particular section. Doesn't have to look exactly like this, but whatever makes it easier for you to be able to flip through the book faster, the better. Let me show you another picture of the book, a little bit different as well. So here I've got the remaining rules in the back. So there's about 40 something rules. And then you also have your appendix. Yeah, there's 40 rules. And then your appendix is going to be 8 different sections. Some of the appendix has been removed and taken directly to an on-site, a website that you can actually find that information because it was too difficult to add that in here. So sometimes, like for example, appendix number 5, There's gonna be a link to that particular, appendix. You can actually save that on your computer if you would like. I will tell you that Appendix 5 won't be used very much in this class, but if you do wanna have that content saved on your computer, you definitely can. This book is going to be a very important book throughout your legal career. It's actually a very easy book compared to using the blue book, which is the alternative. And if you're going to become a paralegal, you definitely want to keep this book for future reference. You would be surprised at how often attorneys struggle with citations. Um, and this is something that's going to help you become the go-to person for your attorney for this. So that is just a quick little introduction on the ALWD book.